It is Financial Friday on Omaha Live. Chuck Sederstrom from Finance One joins us now to give us an update on the week. Chuck, welcome back.
How are you?
How's the market doing?
You know, a little bit of good, a little bit of bad. We did get dealt, as you well know, the huge news of the week, and that's the elections. We just heard Taylor talking about that. Very historic. However, after the election, we had seen a pretty strong fall off of the market. In fact, it was stated to be the largest drop following a presidential election in history. But now, good news, you know, I always try to bring you the good news.
Yes.
Went up a little bit today, over 200 points, about 250. So that was good. Now, we did have some tough financial news this week. Jobless information went up from 6.1% to about 6.5%. Analysts expected about 6.3%. So we're still kind of in dicey territory. I think it's just important for us all to understand, Courtney. There are forces at play right now that we are hopefully diligently working at international and national levels to try to overcome, but we are in a certain economic slowdown. Some are using the word recession, and in fact, as we talked last week, we are seeing a little bit of a drop in the gross domestic product. Now, we did also see that GM and Ford sales had dropped significantly. They're asking for some government help. So we're not out of the woods yet, Courtney, but doggone it, there is still some good news out there.
Well, the good news, Chuck, is that it's a great time to buy a house.
It always is a great time to buy a house, Courtney, and it's just one of the best investments on the planet. You know, we've been talking a little bit about the types of loans available. Last week, we talked about our VA loan. And I do want to remind the viewers that we do have our VA special going in honor of our veterans and Veterans Day, which is this coming Tuesday.
That's right.
So till the end of the year, we're treating our veterans real special. So want to remind them of that. This week, we want to talk a little bit about FHA financing. Now, FHA financing can be for anybody. First off, it's important to know that FHA is a government loan where the loans are insured by the federal government. The government doesn't make the loan, they just insure it. By virtue of that, the buyer is able to get in with a very low down payment. Standard FHA down payment's only 3.5%, Courtney. Now, we continue to hear from the news and the big world markets that it's impossible to get a home loan. You need 20% down. Once again, that's an overstatement. With FHA, you can get in with 3.5%. I do want to remind the buyers, the viewers, that they do need to talk to a good lender about FHA because there are certain programs where there are higher down payment requirements. So 3.5% is the standard, but there are some unique categories that require a little bit more down. Another great thing about FHA loans is they do allow the seller to pay up to 6% of the sale price for closing costs. The seller. Conventional loans are limited at 3%. So bottom line is FHA financing is fantastic for those wanting to get in with a very small amount of cash. So, on top of that, there's a misconception with FHA, and that is that it may be for people with lower incomes. There are no income limits on FHA. There are loan limits, but again, we'll ask our buyers or viewers to call me at 502-6501, and I'll answer their questions for them.
Because I know a good lender, and it's you.
Is that me? There's a lot of good ones out there, though, Courtney. So, pick your favorite lender, and we'll all help them. So,
thanks, Chuck. We'll see you soon.
You bet.